Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. The hell is wrong with Shin at this point? This, you know, EJ once called Shin a cuckold. Now, I wasn't too familiar with the definition, but between looking it up, seeing what I'm seeing right now, yeah, for the life of me, I do not understand why he still wants to be with her. She walks in and she's thinking that she's going to get breakfast and stuff like that, and Shin is really cold to her, so he makes up some excuse because I'm sitting there thinking, all right, cool, so you're going to confront her, right? You're going to sit there and just really rip into her, tell her to kick rocks and not be that. Nope. He's like, yeah, I'm upset with my dad for some reason, and then she leaves and he gets upset. He takes the phone, he throws it at the wall. Wendy comes out like, what is going on? And Shin tells her everything. So when he's like, all right, so what happened when you confronted her? This idiot is like, I didn't do it. I still love her. What the? I've never been a huge fan of Gabby. I've never been a huge fan of Gabby. I know that she has looks, but looks only take you so damn far. I mean, Jesus Christ. And I know that Shin has done some really messed up things, right? I get that. Shin has done some really messed up things. So I'm not excusing that. But I just find it to be pretty appalling that she treats him like dirt. She pretty much was with him as a consolation prize. She cheated on this dude. And I'm just like, bro, this is the point when you take back your manhood. You tell that chick to kick rocks. But no, 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 okay. And even Wendy's like, yo, you need to sit there and at some point be real. But it doesn't really go anywhere because Shin's an idiot, and that pretty much is that. Now, at some point when EJ and Nicole are having breakfast, and Melinda and Stefan comes down, they start making a scene and everything like that. I don't know what is in these cookies, but EJ loses it. This is after Nicole's like, "Yo, you need to sit there and chill." EJ, listen, when either one of them broke like a vase or something like that, and Melinda was like, "Man, I hope that's not expensive." He lost it. He went off on them. And of course, it's before Johnny walked in. He was upset thinking that those two, Nicole and EJ, was knocking boots, and he found out that it was it was Melinda and Stefan, but it really wasn't. They weren't like really messing around or whatever. And he tells him the truth. He tells him the truth. He's all upset because the whole trip thing. So he just goes off and he just leaves. And eventually AJ does confront Stefan with the truth. I know y'all two now are sleeping together. I took pictures of you and Gabby, and I sent them to Shin, so your cover's blown at this point. So with that being said, Melinda leaves. Melinda leaves, and those two have it out. Now, it's one of those things where it's like they go back and forth, they hurt insult to each other. EJ's like, oh, Father would be ashamed of you. And I was like, bro, Father would be ashamed of both of y'all. I was like, if you're going to be honest, Father would sit there and literally be saying of both of y'all. But whatever, bro. So they go back and forth with each other. EJ leaves. Nicole leaves. Stefan kind of like walks up to Gabby like he's about to, Nicole like he's about to do something. Nicole's just like, yeah, bro, whatever. So they leave. Now, he does want to call on Gabby and tells Gabby, hey, listen, the cover's blown. Shin knows, and that Gabby's like, okay, now wonder why he's been acting that way. So he's been having these cookies. Now, earlier in the episode and yesterday, somebody tampered with whatever Chanel and Polly was baking. So now everyone's just feeling this weird euphoria effect, which I'm gonna be honest, it's stupid. I'm not liking this part. I'm not liking this part at all. It's like a very easy way for the writers to sit there and just kind of, oh, what happens if, you know, Stefan hooks up with Melinda? Because Melinda at some point is going to probably be feeling the effects or whatever, so they're going to really hook up. Um, and I'm like, listen, I love Melinda. Melinda's my chick. Okay, bad, beautiful, sexy, and smart as hell. And I'm glad that they're giving her I'm glad that they're giving her a storyline. Seriously, this is the best you can sit there and do. You can't actually have her hook up with somebody that's, I don't know. I'm not really. I'm happy that they're giving her a storyline. I'm not feeling exactly this one, but it is what it is. And Gabby gets home, and she's probably gonna hook up with Shen. He's just gonna sit there and just go with it because he's a beta and a cuckold, and any other words that I feel like using as insults. Now Johnny's not there talking to Chanel about, he's upset. He's not just upset with the fact that people were knocking bullshit and couldn't sleep. He's still sitting there thinking about Wendy being with Trip. And he tells Chanel about his insecurities, like, the dude's a doctor and he's fit and he's nice and he comes from a good home. And, all he is pretty much a failed movie producer. I mean, a failed movie producer, yes, but the dude can sing. He has looks and everything like that. He has money. He can act like a dick sometimes. Um, so he kind of loses in that department. But, I mean, the dude's not like a failure or anything like that. Not, this whole, long story short, he starts feeling the effects of the biscuits or whatever it is that they ate, and so does Chanel eventually. And so he proposes to Chanel, and Wendy walks in and sees that. So, oh yeah, they also mentioned that Johnny can sing. He's actually pretty good because that's an actual thing. Usually I fast forward past stuff like that, but I was like, you know what, just for FCs, let's just sit there and sing. And it was a nice surprise. It was kind of like Grant Gustin on The Flash. He can actually sing. Usually I fast forward past that, but anyway, so yeah, that happens. And of course, Talia is talking to Gabby about trying to hook up Rafe and Jada together, but they can't do anything because that stupid policy. And I'm like, you know, they're very like-minded. You know, they act first and they think about the consequences after, if ever. And even what Talia did, Abe was sitting there coming down on Rafe just on the idea that they had dinner. Even though that Talia was there, he was just like, yo, listen, we got this whole thing for a reason. I'm just trying to look out for you. And, Talia was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But now she's not there talking to Gabby about trying to come up with some sort of scheme that hooked up those two together. I'm like, and you're a doctor, right? Which, again, I don't know, in reality, I wish there was a better backstory to that. And maybe they'll come up with something like maybe, Talia was not there trying to save a patient and she didn't save this patient, so she was like, what, whatever, F it, I'm just going to be a baker or whatever. I feel like that would be somewhat of a cool backstory if you're just going to magically say, hey, you're a doctor. Okay. Have some sort of a cool backstory with it. You know? I don't know. And Eric and Sloan wound up getting into a fight. Eric brings some breakfast for Sloan, and then she's like, "Oh, it's some sweet bits. Why would you sit there and bring in that trash? You know how I feel about her. What's the matter with you?" And they start going at it. And at first, I was like, well, "Why would you actually bring? Like, you could have literally went any other place to get breakfast. Why would you go there?" But Eric isn't there trying to talk to her like, "Yo, you need to sit there and let this go. You don't want this to ruin your life." And this all comes down. This all boils down. The pinnacle of their argument really came down to Sloan, because at first he wasn't there trying to help her, and I do believe that he is genuinely trying to help by being like, "Don't let vengeance, don't let revenge consume you. At some point you gotta sit there and let this go. This isn't good for you." But Eric does also admit that at one point he did think that she's behind those attacks by Paulina. The letter and the text and everything like that, the dates and everything like that, they line up. So Sloan is like, "Yeah, you can kick rocks. Take you and your stuff, which I'll probably leave out on the streets, and just kick rocks and leave." And he leaves. Now, at some point, he does walk I guess, back to the pub so he can take back his own room, and he runs into Nicole, and at this point, we all know where that's going to go, because, like, why not at this point? I was sitting there thinking, it was like, maybe EJ could sit there and help out with Melinda. I'm like, maybe EJ could sit there and be with Sloan. I mean, I was just starting to really dig EJ and Nicole together, but EJ is not going to be, here's the thing, EJ's not going to be hurt that he has feelings for Nicole. I mean, yeah, there are probably some there a little bit, but just the simple fact that somebody else wind up sleeping with what he probably considers in his head his property. Somebody getting over on him. Yeah. Well, that was a very short-lived, short-lived relationship. I guess it was fun while it lasted, right? Like I said, I've said this multiple times. I don't really fully understand what chemistry is. I don't think I ever will. Maybe it's just a part of my brain that just won't allow me to really fully understand what that is. So when people sit there in the live streams or whatever talk about, "Oh, they got chemistry together, I'm just like, and I'm not mad at anyone for saying that. It's just like, it's like somebody speaking Spanish to me. I don't know what that means. So whenever I see them, just like, hmm. But um, yeah, I think I kind of said everything I need to say. I can't really think of anything else. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe. If I missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, like I do every night, Monday through Friday, for everyone, Saturdays and Sundays for members. If you're not a member, hit the join button in the description box below. Um, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. For $4.99, yes, there's a fee, but it does support me. But more important, we have a lot of good interesting talks during the live streams. Yes, we talk about soap operas, but we talk about a lot of things also, and the energy is just a lot different compared to the normal live streams that we do have Monday through Friday. So definitely should check it out. Try it out for a month and see what it's about. Exclusive videos only for members, and exclusive live streams, also member shoutouts monthly. So yes, with that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.